In this review, I'm going to cover the Thunderbolt Solar 100-watt panel and the Jackery Power Outdoors. And now right now I'm doing 4 watts, but this thing was so easy to set up, I just set it up. By the way, I'm Justin Hitt from Prosperity Homestead. This is a 100-watt panel, and the Jackery Outdoor, I forgot how many watts it is, but altogether, I think I'm in 300 bucks from Harbor Freight. And this is a wonderful combination. I'm able here, I'm out on a little cabin, out here in the woods. I'm able to get a 4-watt trickle charge, which is okay, but we're in a shaded area. When I set this up on my deck in full sun, I was at 64 to about 80 watts, and it charged this Jackery in about 4 hours. Now this Jackery's got enough power in it to charge my phones, my cameras, to charge just about everything that I'm working with, and it'll run a set of LED lights for an indefinite amount of time. The Jackery is extremely light, and again, like I said, I got this from Harbor Freight. The panels, by the way, I was going to do a whole setup and everything, but it was just easier just to take it out of the bag and set it up than it was to dick around with the camera and worry about a lot of details. Now it's got an ample amount of cord in it. You can see where I got 4 watts, but again, there's hardly any sun out here. What I was thinking about this is when I do a base camp, so we're going to do some traveling, and I'm going to basically base camp and then go out and film some locations, bring you some content. We have training videos and other related things, but I wanted to be able to set up the panels, get my core devices charged up. I don't think this is going to be relevant to charging like an RV or anything like that, but as far as quick out of the pack, setting up a small little station for charging your radios, for charging your phones and smart devices, for getting your cameras online, this is just perfect. I will be picking up a quick LED lights because we want to convert one half of this cabin, one half of this shed into a cabin so we can start camping out on the site. We come out here in the evenings a couple times and relax. But again, if you're going to be remote working using data services, for example, we do a little bit of streaming here. If you're going to be using a Wi-Fi phone in places where you don't have good cellular, or you're going to keep your cellular devices online, such as an access point, in places you don't have good Wi-Fi, this panel set is perfect. Like I said, the panel and the Jackery under $300 or about $300, and it's so portable. It fits behind the seat in the truck. It is easy to set up. I'm not going to go into technical details on it because all I really know is to wipe down the panels and keep them clean. Now, one frustration I have, it's not really frustration, but I'm going to take the cardboard it came in and line this bag, because the bag it has padding in it, but it's not very soft. And this thing folds in, so the panels are on the outside. So these panels, while they got a nice little protective glass on it, the panels are on the outside, so if you're throwing that behind the seat, I am a little concerned it might have problems. So I'm either going to get a real thin piece of plywood or put some pieces of thick cardboard in there so that when it goes back in the bag, I don't have to worry about bumping this outside and cracking these panels. I'm not clear whether the panels work independent of each other, but they do both have control boxes on them. So if something failed, they would be easy to repair. And of course, it's got these forgot what these sockets are called, but basically I could get an extension. So I could get an extension cord and basically put the panels outside. They look like they're durable for all weather, and put the charger inside. What I've been doing is just setting the charger underneath the panels to keep them dry. But again, solar doesn't work in the rain, and it doesn't quite work that well in the shade. I will possibly move the panels later, but I got work to do. So I kind of set it up where I thought there'd be the most amount of light. Like I said, I'm getting 4 watts in the shade. And the sun, when I was direct sun, I was getting 60 to 80 watts on the panels. Now remember, just because it's a 100-watt panel doesn't mean you're going to get 100 watts of charge power out of it every time. But again, I like this combination because it's small, and I'm charging the Jackery, and as long as I start with a full charge on the Jackery, I can charge phones, radios, outdoor equipment. I've got a couple of battery packs for trail cameras. I've got pretty much every small electronic can get charged off the Jackery. In fact, I even use it at the house sometimes. I'll simply use it to power a laptop, to power a phone if I'm doing a web call. So for example, if I'm doing a video conference call, I want to make sure my power doesn't have problems. So even though I'm on a laptop and I'm in a remote location, I want to make sure that the laptop doesn't have any power issues. I can be at full power. The Jackery lets me do it. Now that I got this panel, I can charge up quickly. So 4 hours is quick when it comes to one of these battery packs. I have in another review we can talk about a Goal Zero. I have some Goal Zero and I have some bunch of Goal Zero small panels. But this suitcase style 100-watt panel is so convenient, so easy to set up, that like I said, I just set it up and started filming. And I've got battery packs that we're going to set up and charge off of the Jackery, and I think I'm really good to go. Again, this is the Thunderbolt Solar. I paid for this out of pocket. This is not a sponsorship. Nobody's giving me this stuff. I just want to share the good news. There are links in the description. Those links would pay me a small commission if you choose to invest in something like this. But even if you don't, the concept of a foldable panel and a small battery unit is just excellent. I can be up and running off grid. If you've got a hunting cabin, if you've got a hiking trip or some kind of base camp, this is not something you want to carry with you. It does weigh about 10-15 pounds, but ultimately you can have full power. Now I have a CPAP machine. I'm not sure the Jackery is going to run my CPAP overnight, more than one night. It definitely gets you one night, but it isn't going to get you 2 nights or 3 nights. But then again, it's a small portable device. It's not designed to be charging, running television sets or refrigerators. You essentially can run your small appliances, anything that uses a 12-volt DC, and ultimately, I'm delighted with how it works. I'm Justin Hitt with Prosperity Homestead. Stay tuned if you like to see more reviews. I do from time to time have equipment that I can review, even big equipment. I would love to do that if that's of interest to you. Write in the comments below what you'd like me to review. And also if there's some use cases you want me to test, I just got this kit and I've used it to charge the Jackery. I've used it to run some small appliances, but ultimately it's only going to produce 100 watts, so you're not running a hairdryer off this thing. But ultimately it is so convenient to set up, to move around, and to get using. Again, I'm Justin Hitt. If you have questions, visit www.prosperityhomestead.org, where we help small farms, homesteads, and estate get maximum value from their land. And I'm actually over here at that property that we've got the trails on. And if you want to see more videos about that, go down and check out the Prosperity Homestead playlist. Until next time, bye.